78 Sports TV here. Salute to the mighty LDBC. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe, turn on your notification bell so we notified when I drop a new video. And if you're digging the video, please share the video. So, Michael Jordan, MJJ Bone was on NBC again. I guess that seems like he did a real long interview, and each time that the NBA will be on NBC, like they're gonna be breaking it up, giving you little small segments of that said interview. Now, they asked Michael Jordan about load management, and how these players of today, you know, basically load manage. And Michael Jordan himself, I believe, played 11 years I think he had 11 seasons with playing 80 games or more, right? In the 90s, where, it was 80s and 90s were so much more physical basketball. Now, all these athletes, everybody who open their mouth tell you that the athletes today are bigger, stronger, faster. They're more talented. They got a bigger bag and all kind of little zesty stuff these dudes be saying now. Um, you know, because like I say, back in my day, men had wallets, but now you got to go deep in your bag. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got a bag now. These dudes wearing bonnets and everything, bro. So it's diabolical out here in the streets. However, um, MJ says, look, man, uh, he did it for the fans, right? The guy way up in the nosebleed section, this might be his only chance to come see him play, and that's why he showed up. He said, and he wanted to be sharp. He was serious about winning, so he wanted to be sharp with his teammates. He didn't want to fall out of rhythm by taking games off. You know what I mean? If he can play, he wants to play. Um, and then they went to the guys in the studio, like Tracy McGrady and those guys were talking about. Tracy was saying how load management could have prolonged his career had he been able to, load manage or whatever. And Vince Carter was saying that, he played in both eras. You know what I mean? He played in the era of the load management later on in his career and before there was load management. So, yes, load management can be beneficial to the players as far as keeping them from getting hurt. However, like MJ said, what happens to the guy who saves up his money and he can only go see his favorite team once or twice a year? You know what I mean? And that's he wants to take his kids or his family, and he wants some decent seats. He don't want to sit way in the nosebleed section. So let's say he gets a seat like in the middle of the arena, center court or something like that. But maybe like in the middle, and that ticket, depending on who coming to town. Let's just say hypothetically, that cost him $1,000 for two tickets. Okay, him and his son, and then okay, I'm gonna mark this down. LeBron's coming to town. The Lakers, Kawhi Leonard and the Clippers coming to town. This one and that one's coming to town. KD and the Houston Rockets. Let me go ahead and get this ticket. Let me book it. And then by the time the game come around, these guys aren't playing. Not because they got a broken leg or a broken hand. It's because they don't feel like they load management. Or they got flu-like symptoms, and his you know what I'm saying, he tore his labia, all kind of weird soft stuff that we be having to hear about nowadays in the NBA. That just wasn't happening back in the day. So I just think these guys need more pride. They need to take basketball more seriously. And I understand load management. It is a tool to extend the careers of these guys. But look, man, I can't even tell you the last time LeBron James played the Bucks in a regular season or a playoff game. I mean, I can't tell you when. It's had to be like 3 years or something, 3 or 4 years. I don't know, but the man's been ducking. LeBron been ducking Giannis smoke for a while now, and then people say goofy stuff like, "Oh, it's just Milwaukee." I remember, I think it was Stephen A. Smith. Somebody said, "Oh yeah, he gonna play. He just took the game off because of Milwaukee. He didn't want to be in Milwaukee." Like, what? What kind of ridiculous statement is that? For the last 2, 3, 4 years, LeBron hasn't played against the Bucks. Whether they be at home, the Bucks is at home, or the Lakers is at home, the man hasn't played against the Milwaukee Bucks. Now, as a father, as a grandfather, if I want to go see LeBron and the Lakers when they come to town, I get some good tickets, and this dude don't show up. Listen, bro, you got one time to play with me like that. You know what I mean? So these guys making way too much money to be just randomly deciding they're not gonna play. You know what I mean? And then you got fans co-signing this nonsense, but those are fans who probably don't go to the games. You know, they sit down and watch stuff on TV. But you spend you a couple $1,000s if you want to, and the same player don't come every time you trying to go to the game. Come on, bro, that's ridiculous. So yeah, the league needs to do something about this load management. Um, um, Adam Silver, the commissioner, who's already right now in hot water due to the fact that he got the gambling investigation going on. But we'll see what happens, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think of MJ's response to load management. 78 Sports TV. Salute to the mighty LDBC. I'm up out of here. Deuces.